come up and challenge Jeff Gordon, and is going to take the lead at the end of the backstretch.
Mayday was so strong here in the race in March at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Shows he has a good car again.
This will be the 10th race that Jerry Nadeau has led in the year 2000. He most recently led at Phoenix. And some good side-by-side battling going on here. And his consecutive starts total 655. He now has 672. 26 poles, 21 wins, and of course 2 championships for Texan Terry Labonte. And a winning margin, $23,271,889.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Got $23 million more than I won.
$20 million more than I won.
Okay, we're ready to go green flag racing once again.
Green.
Jeremy Mayfield wants that lead.
He's got him a good jump up on the outside of the racetrack. Wally Goldenbeck got himself a good jump back there and a little further back. Hard. Still running that high line. A lot of shuffling around. Maybe you don't want to give up that lead. He said you're going to have to fight for it.
Jeremy Mayfield led that lap, so he can back off now. He doesn't have to worry about the lead. If he was trying to get 5 bonus points, no. He just wants to be the lead dog.
He's had a fast race car. He's shown that because he came up through the pack pretty good in those early laps.
All cars are on the lead lap that are out there. We have 2 cars out of the race, Jeffrey Bodine and Elliott Sadler, but everybody else is on the lead lap, so they can come in.
Now Ward Burton will take the lead because he pitted early. Let's go to John Kerman.
Jerry Nadeau, who led the early stage of this race, is in for a 4-tire change. He told his crew chief Tony Furr the car was tight and they didn't get loose, and they go 1 round up on the track bar. Also make an air pressure adjustment to Bill Weber.
Sterling Marlin on pit road, 4 tires, fuel, no changes, likes the way the car is running, thinks it will work well in the high groove.
Jeremy Mayfield, car a little bit free, 4 tires, track bar adjustment. Mayfield down and away, great pit stop for the Mobile 1T. He's down and away, Ray Dunlap.
Ricky Rush came in, they took 1 round out of the right rear, 4 tires, but the problem was he was in the pit stall at an angle and he had to back up to get out. So all the work they did here on pit road, all for naught, as he had to slow down to exit the pits.
And they're also working on Rusty Wallace's car as he remains in his pit stall. Just 1 car, that was Ward Burton, decided not to come in. Looks like they have left the wrench there on the back of the Robbie Gordon car.
It's one of the adjustment wrenches. You'll have to come back in and get that taken out.
Again, Ned mentioned it earlier, but we re-emphasize that Robbie Gordon will be in the number 4 car cockpit come 2001. Down to Jerry Punch.
And guys, actually the engine didn't die on DJ. He said the clutch pedal went all the way to the floor and wouldn't engage. So he tried to lead, the thing wouldn't engage. He pumped it a couple times and done it to engage. That's why he hesitated and pulled away.
And our cockpit summary also showed you that Bobby Labonte moved up 2 positions, and now he is 3rd in line as the lead comes out once again, and as Dale Earnhardt moves up the racetrack.
And Buckshot Jones, as the cars took the green flag, was exiting pit road, so he's about to go a lap down, or maybe he can stay in front of these cars. We'll have to check that out. There he is right in front of the leader, Ward Burton.
He's going to have to run awfully fast to stay in front of them.
Ward Burton last led at Talladega. The 10th race that Ward has led this year. Now the 88 trying to make up some of that ground that he lost on the pit stop. He moves up to the 10th position.
Their Buckshot does go a lap down.
Yep. And Bobby Labonte will challenge Jeremy Mayfield for 2nd as they come through the quad oval portion of the racetrack and head into turn number 1.
That's pretty strong. Remember how strong Mayfield was before they came into the pits? Bobby Labonte sitting there running in fifth and sort of biding his time to wait for an opportunity to get up front. Because he wasn't able to make the pass that time. Okay, Ward Burton hanging on good out there, not having put on new tires this last time. He'd been in not too long before.
He stopped on lap 21, James. See behind Earnhardt was Mike Skinner. He stopped on lap 21 and this time stopped as well, but he probably changed 2 tires to try to get some track position because Skinner started in 39th. Let's go down to Ray Dunlap.
Well, Benny, that's exactly what happened. They went for right sides on this last stop. Mike Skinner was running 31st when they came in for the pit stop. Right now, running 7th. Bill Weber.
Well, Rusty Wallace is at the back of the field again, but that's actually a fortunate break. Remember, they had trouble getting that spring rubber in that right front spring, and they finally got it wedged in there. When they came in under this last caution, Bill Wilburn, who changes the front tires, saw that that spring had actually moved out of the spring bucket. That's what holds the spring in place. If that spring had fallen out, Rusty would have been on the wall in a heartbeat. He saw it, Wilburn fixed it, then Rusty came back down pit road for a very common complaint today. A lot of glare on the windshield, came in so they could clean the windshield. John?
Jeff Gordon's crew made a track bar adjustment to try and fix the handling on that car to get very loose as the run went on. So they went 2 rounds down on the track bar. His teammate Jerry Nadeau, they made an adjustment on his car, and they looked at his tires. They said the adjustment that they made with the track bar going 1 round up should fix the adjustment because it showed about 20 degrees tight.
Battle is up front for the lead. Jeremy Mayfield inside of Ward Burton in turn 1, and Mayfield goes to the lead once again. He's already led 11 laps, and he's up there in front again.
And here comes Jerry Nadeau. Start on the outside pole. He's been so strong in that 25 car. Trying to get back to the front, battling on the outside of Bobby Labonte.
And the 88 car is really on the move, too. He has put himself up into the top 10 once again, and coming on, he's up to 9th now. That's, of course, Dale Jarrett, who a year ago at this time was celebrating the fact that he is the 1999 NASCAR Winston Cup champion.
And I guess we got to mention Earnhardt as well. Goes on the outside of Labonte, trying to take a spot away, but here comes Labonte on the inside of Ward Burton, and Jerry Nadeau wants to go on the inside of Labonte. Could not quite make that move happen.
Some great racing here for second place.
On board with Mark Martin. Jones has taken the car behind the wall. He had fallen 2 laps off the pace. Now he is behind the wall, and he joins Elliott Sadler and Jeffrey Bodine back of the wall. The latter 2 are officially out of the race.
Looks like Jeremy Mayfield is blown.
3 and 4, one just blew up on the high side. Stay on the bottom.
Big explosion, Doc.
Well, Jeremy keyed the mic and said one word, blue, and didn't let go of the microphone. That summed it up. Apparently the engine is gone.
That was somewhat of an understatement.
Boy, he had a great race car.
He has
had so many times this year.
Yes, and he did. But one reason his race car was so good was the tremendous horsepower that Penske engines have been giving these guys, both he and Rusty, all year long. But when you make all that horsepower, there's some things that, as we talked about with Bobby Labonte, some things are going to be susceptible to break. And that has happened to Jeremy Mayfield.
All right, now we're going to see some pit stops again with the caution out. Nadeau leading Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt and others down pit road. Down to John Kernan.
And the leader, Jerry Nadeau, is in. Remember, last time they made that track bar adjustment, it seems to have fixed the car because he's running really well. Though they changed right side tires, no chassis adjustments, coming around working on the left side. Already full of fuel. They'd only run 15 laps on this set of tires with the lug nuts tight, and he is down the way to Jerry Punch.
Warren Burton, remember, he pitted on lap 23 the first time they came in, made a round and a half track car adjustment right here, and he pounded away after 4 tires.
And Mark Martin only took 2 tires. Made a great pit stop, maybe Steve Park as well.
We'll be back to racing before too much longer here in the Napa 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Up front is Scott Wimmer and Robbie Gordon. They're running first and second. They, however, did not pit under this caution.
But the cars running third, fourth, and fifth changed 2 tires. We go back to 6th position, Dale Earnhardt. I'm told he did change 4, so we'll see what kind of advantage he has with those 4 fresh tires.
Go, go, go.
Wimmer's been leading under caution. Now he gets his first opportunity to lead under green flag conditions.
Oh, what a thrill that must be to have the best in all the best in stock car racing behind you.
I'm telling you. Here he comes. He looks like he's going to make it, going to lead the lap under the green.
Leads a competitive lap. How about that? Steve Park, though, is right on the rear spoiler.
Now, this is, don't believe me, NASCAR officials are watching this closely. They want to view these guys in this kind of a situation to see how they handle themselves. And this determines whether or not he'll be able to run the Busch Series race in Daytona in February.
Scott Wimmer is from Wisconsin. As a matter of fact, he is the nephew of Larry Degens, who is one of the top short track drivers in Wisconsin for many, many years. But Steve Park tries to get to the inside of him.
And Earnhardt goes by Martin on the outside. Moves into that 3rd position. And here comes the 46 of Todd Bodine going by the 25 of Nadeau.
Todd has a good run going here in the first 63 laps of this race.
Oh, here we go. Park gets on the inside of Wimmer. It's close down the backstretch. That Terry-Edge horsepower, and here comes Earnhardt.
Now imagine what Scott Wimmer, what's going through his mind.
Oh, my goodness.
Wimmer, of course, driving a Bill Davis car. Bill Davis has a real eye for talent. Remember Jeff Gordon drove for him in the Busch Series?
Yep.
Then Bobby Labonte. Now this young man. Oh, well, Dave Blaney.
More from Ray Dunlap.
Well, guys, you talk about Scott Wimmer trying to get into the ARCA race. In practice, he was the fastest car. But keep in mind, in the ARCA series, you're allowed to use roller cams. In the Winston Cup series, you have to have a flat tappet cam. So they had to change the engine in this car. I talked to Chuck Spicer, the team manager. He said the one they've got in the 23 car is just as strong as what they're running. And that's pretty evident by the way he's running on the track.
And now Mark Martin takes the lead from Steve Park. And so we have our 7th leader of the afternoon.
Here comes Dale Jarrett. So right now it looks like the 25. And Earnhardt goes for 2nd spot.
There's the car that he owns. Of course, he owns that one car.
It looked like the one car had to get off the throttle a little bit up in 3 and 4, which allowed Nadeau to go by, allowed Jarrett to go by. And as quick as DJ gets by, he goes to the top of the racetrack.
And that's a little unusual for him, but it has been working for him pretty well so far to this point. So right now, Bobby Labone's got the inside working for him.
Oh, Michael, around he goes through the grass. Look out in the pits.
Tears up a lot of grass and throws it up on pit road, but
and he's stuck.
Boy, it's wet.
You can imagine that because we had a huge amount of rain here in the last 3 days.
Oh, come on, Michael. Get it going. Straighten your wheels up. Straighten your front wheels up. It'll help. It's going to get lapped.
It did. And the caution is out.
And go back up toward the front because Dale Jarrett and Jerry Nadeau are wheel to wheel once again as Earnhardt has gotten the second spot.
Well, the last time we saw them, Jarrett was out in front of Nadeau, but Nadeau hopped up down on the inside, tried to make the pass. Now look at him coming off of the corner. He really gets a good run coming off of turn 4 here, but not enough momentum to carry him on past.
And here comes Labonte up on the outside.
I think Bobby Labonte is going to be the man to beat before this race is over. Earnhardt looking at Mark Martin on the outside. Mark backs off, lets him go. There goes DJ.
So Dale Earnhardt goes to the front of the field for the first time this afternoon and becomes our 8th different leader.
Putting a lot of pressure on Jeff Burton to get that 99 car up to the front.
A lap ago, we understand, as we see whether or not Dale Jarrett is going to be able to challenge Earnhardt for the lead.
Earnhardt drifts up the racetrack. Jarrett's on the bottom of the track. Looks like he's got the line, got a good spot. Earnhardt's got that momentum on the outside.
Well, that was about a dead heat when they came across the line. Be interesting to see. Well, the scoreboard is showing Earnhardt is having led that lap.
But the interval was 0.00.
It's like the scoreboard is an Earnhardt fan, huh?
Demand a recount here.
Here's Nadeau trying to move on the inside of Bobby Labonte. Gets a run coming off the turn, but can he make it stick going down into turn 1? The outside groove has proven to be the best as far as getting a run off the turn. And Mayfield hanging tight down in there on the inside.
I think Nadeau right now would have the fastest car. Oh, look at Bobby Labonte. And he missed that groove up there just a little bit. And look how much space he lost as Nadeau moves up to that second spot. I think right now Nadeau probably has the quickest car of these 4 cars if he can run his line. But having to try to pass these cars, it's been a little bit of a struggle for him.
That last lap, he was the fastest of the top 6, ran a 178.9. Earnhardt ran a 178.7.
With the 6th place car, Jeff Burton ran 179.6. But he's not up there battling with other cars right now.
Aerial shots courtesy of the Pennzoil Copter Cam, which couldn't even have lifted off yesterday because of the low ceiling and the rain we had, but today in bright blue, sunshiny skies. Well, of course, Dale Earnhardt is in a battle for the 2nd position in the point standings, and his rival in that category is Jeff Burton, as we see Nadeau now go to the inside of Earnhardt and take the lead. And Jeff Burton right now.
That's the go, cat, go.
Jerry Nadeau's radios, they compliment their driver for taking the lead.
Burton is running in 6th spot.
See, Darrell Waltrip just went a lap down. First car that's actually been lapped on the racetrack.
Take it easy on them tires.
Tony Furr telling Jerry Nadeau not to be easy on those tires.
Well, Mark, we heard you say on the radio that a belt came off. Was there debris on the racetrack, or what caused it?
Nah, the pulleys broke off the front of the engine, so we're done.
Boy, when mechanical problems strike, not much you can do, right?
That's too bad. The Valvoline Taurus was working pretty well today. We were just adjusting around on the car a little bit there. Get it just a little bit better, get up there and race with them. Wasn't awesome, but it wasn't far off.
Okay, Mark Martin done for the day. Michael Waltrip in the wall.
He is indeed. We have a fire at the back of the car. Michael Waltrip, we see him moving around in the cockpit. Hopefully he can get out quickly.
You'll wait till the cars go by. The cockpit of the car is safe right at the moment, but we can see him moving around there. We see him coming out of the car. Waves to everybody, say, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm stuck. Now, Michael's a big guy. We call him Darrell's little brother, but he's anything but his little brother.
I'll tell you what, those are some pretty courageous guys to run out there and try to aid Michael and put this fire out.
Robert Presley is at the front of the field, and Dale Jarrett is right behind him.
Green.
Ken Schrader down on the inside. He's 2 laps down as a result of a green flag pit stop. He sees an opportunity here maybe to get one of those laps back. He doesn't know if he can outrun Robert Presley, but he's sure going to try, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull that off.
This is only the 4th race that Robert Presley has led this year. He did lead 2 laps at the recent Rockingham encounter. He is our 10th leader so far today.
Sure, if Robert just took 2 tires or a fuel only, he made an awful quick pit stop, but nevertheless, he did get out front.
Jarrett closes in right on the back bumper. Presley's going to try to get alongside, get position, get alongside and pass him down in 1. Almost made some contact, those 2 Fords did. You see the damage to the right front on Robert Presley's car. He made several pit stops trying to put some tape on that. I don't know what caused that fender to be bent.
Another new leader, I guess, Bob.
Exactly.
The 12th one.
That's exactly right. He is leading for the first time today, Dale Jarrett, so he becomes our 12th.
Been a very competitive race.
And Ward Burton goes by the 77 car of Presley, moves into 2nd. Earnhardt's 4th.
I believe Ward Burton has had the fastest car here the last 50 or 60 laps. And it looks like he's still fast after they put that set of tires in.
Ray Dunlap is with Michael Waltrip.
Mikey, ugly looking race car sitting here in the garage. Are you okay?
Yeah, love you, Mom. All y'all at home, I'm fine. All you people at home, I'm perfect. Just, I was real loose all day long, and therefore I wasn't getting in the corner real deep, and whoever was behind me probably just didn't anticipate me letting off a little bit earlier than normal. But man, I just would spin out if I tried to get in deep, so I would roll in, and then I could run good off. And once we got the new off the tires, I had the fastest car, one of the fastest cars on the track. And so just dealing with a little bit of a problem there getting in, and whoever was behind me, I don't blame them at all. I probably let off a little bit before they expected it. And got hit in the back and got knocked into the wall. What a great day for my brother, though. I'm real proud for him. Everybody sending him off the way they did. I even got my uniform autographed by him.
That'll be a nice collector's item, right?
It will be. I'm just so thankful. You know, when you're a kid, they tell you to keep your eye on the ball. And Darrell was the ball to me. I watched him since I was born. And what a role model he turned out to be. Could have been disastrous, you know. But he just did it perfect, and I'm real thankful for my brother.
Well, the good news is Michael's okay. DW still on the track, and guys, I think he's in about 33rd position, 1 lap down.
He's a lap down, and it's Michael's 10th DNF of the year, so we know that he hopes for much better outcomes next year when he starts driving for Dale Earnhardt Enterprises. Now, we've had a lot of changes up front, and now we have a battle between Ward Burton, who's the current leader, and Dale Earnhardt, who's now 2nd.
Hey, we talked about how good Ward Burton was. How about Earnhardt? Tell him he's already led today, but coming up there challenging the guy that I thought had the best car at this point of the race.
Dale won the race here in the spring. He has led 12 laps so far today. And Jerry Punch has more.
Guys, 2 sets of tires ago for Dale Earnhardt. He said the car had the front end was just skating in the corners. The last set of tires, he said the car was just twitchy loose. The car was going just sort of jerk loose. They asked him, do you want to change anything? He said, nah, just put 4 on it. I'll drive it how I want to drive it.
He does know how to adapt as well as anyone out there. Because he's been doing it a long time.
The new champion and last year's champion running side by side, but there is also a good battle up front.
And here comes Jerry Nadeau, moves into that 3rd spot, getting closer and closer. Pretty good battle going on between Kenseth and the 77 car, Presley. That's back for the 9th spot. And here comes Todd Bodine. What a day is having in that Kmart car. Yep. Watch this, folks. Would you like to take that thing down in turn one at 189, 90, 93, 94 miles per hour?
Boy, that is fast for a mile-and-a-half racetrack.
Remember, Matt Kenseth, the 17 car, the DeWalt car, won the Coca-Cola 600 at the Lowe's Motor Speedway, a racetrack very similar to this. As a matter of fact, this speedway was patterned after the Lowe's Motor Speedway.
I would guess that number 17 has a similar setup on his race car.
Matt Kenseth has been the top finishing rookie in 16 races this season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been top finishing rookie 8 times.
Earnhardt's making him work for it.
And here we go, battle for the lead, and Nadeau comes off turn 4, gets on the inside of Ward Burton and takes it.
Now, you run your pace.
Okay. I noticed on the speed chart that Ward Burton had dropped down to about 176 miles an hour, where Nadeau and others are running 178. As you see Kenseth now down on the inside, looks like he's going to take that position from Earnhardt. No, he didn't slide up in front of him. Thought he was going to, and he thought maybe this is not the guy I need to slide up in front of.
The calculations for the new Winston Cup champion didn't quite work. Bobby Labonte has run out of gas. They were trying to stretch the fuel. And now they're saying that, no, it may not be fuel. The car is actually running when coming. We're hearing Bobby tell the crew, right front tire may have gone down on the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Bobby making a pit stop about 6 laps before they had scheduled themselves to come in here on lap 255. Left side tire going off 12, 13, 14, 15.6 seconds for Bobby Labonte. He's down on low.
That means he's got about 70 laps to go. I think that'll really be pushing it to go the rest of the way without stop.
So do I. Now, can Nadeau? Can he run to?
If he runs another 2 or 3 laps, I think he can do it. Well, here he comes.
Nadeau gets it down over the speed limit. John Kernan.
Jerry Nadeau was going to stay out 3 more laps, but as soon as Bobby Labonte had to come in and pit, Tony first said, let's pit the next time by because it's between us and the 18 car to go the rest of the way. So everybody's going to have to pit one more time. Don't know if he can stretch it to, what would it be, 69 laps. That would be quite a stretch. With 4 tires and air pressure adjustment. You heard they wanted some wedge earlier, but they decided to make with an air pressure adjustment.
Straight stop, guys. Straight stop.
It was a good stop for Jerry Nadeau, but that now gives the lead to the 31 car of Mike Skinner. If you'll remember here in the spring, he dominated this race, leading 191 laps, but now he has decided that he'll come in for a pit stop. Ray Dunlap.
Well, Bob, this was strategy for 2 reasons. Number 1, they can make it for fuel, no problem, but also to give them a couple more laps on those tires. These guys can go all the way. Now, this strategy only plays out if this race stays green. Left side tires are on, and Mike Skinner is down and away. And Benny Parsons at the beginning of the season predicted that Mike Skinner would be one of those first-time winners. Guess what, BP? Today's your last chance.
Yeah, don't remind me. But if Skinner can run about 68 laps on a tank of fuel, he just might pull this thing off because in the 22 car of Ward Burton, the 18 car of Bobby Labonte, the 25 of Jerry Nadeau, when they stop, they're going to lose about a lap.
Ward Burton has a 5-second lead on Jerry Nadeau.
.3 that time.
The team is poised on the wall, waiting for him when he decides to come in.
You know, you wonder if they leave it to the driver's discretion, or I think that it's a joint call between the driver and the crew chief. They've been looking at that tire wear and know that they have to make another pit stop. As Benny said, they hate to make one as good as that car is running right now, but it might pay them to come on in and get new tires on it.
As soon as Ward Burton feels anything the least bit funky, he will be on pit road. If he goes to the corner, if he gets a spot of oil and that car slips, he's going to think tires and he's going to head for pit road.
Funky.
Out of the ordinary.
Okay, this time, 4 tires and fuel. This time.
4 tires and fuel.
Use your hand signal and find a 43 spotter.
Use your head. The spotter told him that I can't find the 43 spotter. So move over, give him a signal, let him know your intentions, that you're going on pit road, so he will not run in the back of you. And here he comes, the leader of the race.
600 buddy, back in it. Bring it on down, buddy. 3,600. Bring on up. 4 tires. 4 tires, no adjustment. 5, 4, 3, 6.
That was Tommy Baldwin Jr., the crew chief, making the call. Ward Burton has not had a top 5 finish since March of this year. He won at Darlington, then finished 3rd at Bristol a week later. He's been out of the top 5 ever since. Would this be huge for this team to finish the 2000 season with a win at Atlanta Motor Speedway? The 18 cars in as well. Bobby Labonte on pit road for the Interstate Batteries team's final pit stop of the day. They've gone to the right side, now the left side for Labonte. No adjustment for Bobby Labonte. They are short pitting. They can probably make it on fuel. But remember, tire wear was a major concern for the newest Winston Cup champions. Bush Hilton and the crew finishing work on the side. And Bobby moved back to the racetrack with just 27 laps to go in the 2000 season.
Barry Cook, the rear tire changer on the Interstate Batteries Pontiac, had all kind of problems that time. And we saw over a 20-second stop. Bill Weber.
Sterling Marlin on pit road. They talked it over, talked about just doing 2 right side tires, saw that everyone else took 4. They're going to take 4 as well, obviously just topping off the fuel cell. Left side tires going on. Sterling Marlin away in the Bell South ride, and we go to Kernan.
Jerry Nadeau is in for 4 tires after they were planning on stopping with 4 laps to go, but as soon as they saw Bobby Labonte coming in pit, they decided they could not allow him to beat them by short pitting. So Nadeau is down and away with a good stop on the team's stopwatch. It was 14.4. And Ned, there's good reason for that. Tony Furr, for the first time this race after this last pit stop, finally told Jerry Nadeau he could get everything he wanted to get out of that race car. He had been holding him back throughout the entire race from the beginning, preaching to take it easy, be easy on the tires, save fuel. But after this last pit stop, Tony got on the radio and said, Jerry, go for it. Take it to the front. He said, you can do it. You're a half a second a lap faster than Ward Burton.
But there are only 15 laps to go.
And every time Ward Burton puts some of those cars in between himself and Jerry Nadeau, that's working to his advantage. And he's mowing through that traffic with ease right now. Now, Nadeau might be able to do the same thing. Here comes Ward up on some more traffic.
That last lap, Jerry Nadeau ran over 185 miles per hour average speed as he tries desperately to get his first victory in NASCAR Winston Cup racing, but he's got to catch that car, the cat car.
4.6 seconds last lap interval. This lap is 4.3, and the caution is out. A big puff of smoke and a crash in the backstretch.
Which way to go? They're probably down.
Earnhardt just barely gets by Scott Pruitt.
Scott was running in the 28th position, 4 laps down.
Well, this is going to help Mike Skinner, for one, because he was trying to go all the way, but he was going backwards.
Look at all these cars trying to get a lap.
Whoa, and Dallenbach gets hit from behind and spins, does a nice 360 and keeps going.
That is unbelievable.
How about that?
That is unbelievable. And the grandstand stand and give him a standing ovation. I think I will. Attaboy, Wally.
Great move. Boy, Joy Chitwood would be proud of that, wouldn't he? Man.
A few more laps of racing to go in the 2000 season. Ward Burton is at the front of the field.
Be 7 laps to go when they come back this time, Bob.
Bob can never figure that out without his calculator. Ned. All right, pace car's about off. We're just about to settle this on the racetrack. Rusty laying back for a great start, but Nadu can't pass on the inside.
Blaney gets way up high on the track and gets loose, and look at him charge toward the front of the field as Nadu.
And here comes Labonte, the 18 car with 4 fresh tires. And look what a run he has.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. Yeah, you want to stay out front.
Protect your bottom. Bobby's telling us protect your bottom.
Nadu takes the lead down the backstretch. Labonte tries to come to second. Ward Burton, however, has second, and look at Dale Earnhardt using the middle groove to hang in there in third and challenge Ward for second.
Bobby Labonte got his momentum broken there for momentarily, and Earnhardt just shot right up in there. Mike Skinner now coming up through there. He has 4 fresh tires as well.
And all this is doing is allowing Nadu to stretch the advantage here with less than 6 laps to go. 3 wide racing behind him. Jeff Gordon to the inside of Skinner.
Try to drive down the inside of Bobby Labonte.
There's a tire.
Whoa, caution is coming out. Nope.
It's from the 93 car.
That's too bad. Had a great run going here. Had a possible top 5 finish going, definitely top 10.
Wow.
The left front tire has gone flat and he's lost the gap. But can Nadu stay in front of Earnhardt? That is the question. Earnhardt seems to be losing ground.
He definitely is, Benny. Nadu pulling away. Here's a battle for third between Jeff Gordon and Ward Burton. And just glancing up at the scoreboard, Jeff Burton has not been able. He's passed 1 car, Benny, but he needs to pass 1 more. Well, but Earnhardt's passed some cars too, so.
Right now, if Earnhardt can stay there, he will finish second in the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup point standings.
The white flag.
One more time, brother.
1 more lap to go in the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup season. The interval is 1.2 seconds between Nadu and Dale Earnhardt.
Back it down and coast through this corner.
Back in March of '81, Darrell Waltrip took the checkered flag to win the very first race that we televised on ESPN. And in November of 2000, Jerry Nadu wins the final race on ESPN. It is his first Winston Cup win in his 103rd race, the 4th first-time winner of 2000, and the 14th different winner this year.
Well, it's the MI cricket letter coming around the south, rolling straight hammers and bows in that old southern south. Please, ain't nothing but incense in my atmosphere. I'm bending corners in my lag by, cause that's how we been rolling here.